Okay, third video response is the charm. So let's try this again. This is a video response to Rockin' for Jesus called Atheists Are Not Free Thinkers. He's young. That's basically all it comes down to. If I had to guess, I'd say that he has never really left the religious community in any significant way. Doesn't really understand what the fuck it is he's talking about, but I will try to explain a few things. The first, you're confusing independence of thought with solitude. I like how you set up your straw man and then knocked it down, but you just demonstrated you didn't know what the fuck you were talking about. Allow me to explain. A depressingly great deal of religious institutions in North America, in the rest of the world, in the Middle East, and a great deal of secular totalitarian systems, which are basically extinct now post-Cold War. They're not as big as they were. Control people's thought through social coercion, whether it's you agree with dialectical materialism or we'll send you to the gulag, or you agree that creationism is true, or we'll find you guilty of being demon possessed or backslidden or not really part of the Christian community anymore. There's a great deal of coercion that gets used. Free thinking is about not having that coercion, of having a culture and a way of interacting with people such as you just accept that they're going to have different beliefs and so on, and you let them be unless they actually commit a crime. That's all it means. Now this is another mistake that you made, and a lot of people tend to make as well. Free thinking is not a secular thing. There are several times in the history of Christianity and various religious practices across the world and strands of Christianity and so on where there is free thinking. Okay, just as there are secular periods in secular societies where there is not free thinking. It's about how you treat deviation from your particular ideology. Yeah. Okay, the next thing you said, I'm just going to point out as follows. Your belief in, the creator and stuff will tell you that this is silver. But to me, it is obviously red because I'm an atheist Jew, right? Does that make any sense? Could you go about your day dealing with Hindus, Buddhists, atheists, and so on, literally believing that they live in a separate world? You're going to have to agree that their view of the world is basically correct. And the question for you and for other people who make this kind of argument, and it's not necessarily specific to Christianity. You'll get it from committed Marxists and objectivists and Muslims and other people. Basically the same sort of idea. Why even bring up this kind of presuppositionism? It seems to be only used as the get out of conversation free card when all of a sudden the normal standards of truth and falsehood that you use throughout the day will leave you in an embarrassing situation. So you pull that card out for the duration of the conversation on ethics or politics or whatever. And then when that's finished and you're able to defend your beliefs using it, you put the card away and you continue to go about your day acting as if everything you just said about presuppositionism isn't true. Because you could not interact with other people on a day-to-day basis if you really believed it. Let's see. I'm going to make a recommendation for you from someone who you'll probably consider a backslidden or fake Christian or whatever. Grab a book called Patience with God by Frankie Schaeffer, the son of Francis Schaeffer. And I think it will do you good to read. Alright, that's all. Peace out. Adios. Oh, and one last thing. There is a difference between a 19th century event that exists in actual history and mythology. Alright, bye-bye.